The practice you are about to learn is almost never described publicly.
morning, all. Let me welcome you all this morning to the Center of Peace. I don't think the mic is on. It's on? All right. I am delighted that you all are here with us this morning, celebrating life and celebrating love. We have a wonderful, wonderful service in store. But before that, I'm supposed to welcome our people in the Netherlands who are celebrating with us this morning and on some Sundays. And I always forget, this is all new. You got to welcome the people on Facebook and YouTube Live. It's all part of the Sunday situation now. So welcome, welcome, welcome. We have a wonderful service in store for y'all today. We have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service this morning. We have leading us in our meditation, Callista Dorsey. Leading us in our treatment this morning, our affirmative prayer, Jerry Walker. Leading us this morning in our selected readings, Marilyn Watkins. Holding consciousness for us this morning from afar is Katia Thompson and Betty Boyd, both knowing that our time together unfolds in the most wonderful and magnificent way. They'll be in quiet repose and prayer throughout the service, knowing this truth for us. Our music this morning is being sung forth through Miss Marcy Francis and friends. So we have ringing our chakra bowl this morning, Cynthia Banks, and greeting all who come into the place and space this morning. We have Susan and Tony Bay, Susan Saunders and Tony Bay, and Pamela Bottoms. All right, we got Al and Vern on the ones and twos. We are all set and ready. Let us just take this moment to become so present and aware of a presence that's never in absence. Let us let everything else go as we move into meditation.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Take a breath. Being in gratitude. Being in that moment, going within, setting the intention for yourself, setting the intention of remembering that you are co-creating your life experience. So I want you to take a moment and listen really careful of the words that I'm going to speak this morning, because I want you to go within and I want you to remember your spiritual toolbox. I want you to think about all the things that you put in your spiritual toolbox. Sometimes you need to go into that box and decide it's time to let that go. Sometimes you want to remember that it's not serving you. Grandmom gave it to you, your mama, your daddy. But maybe now, today, in this present moment, it's time to let that stuff go. And one of the things I want you to think about is the gift that the Creator has given you. That gift are your tears. Yes, your tears. So often, there are moments that we want to let those tears come, but we hold back. We can show the tears when it's something exciting, when it's a gift of a party or something like that, but there's also times that you need to release those tears because it's cleansing. So I want you to think about forgiveness. Take this moment to think of one person. That person may not be here on this plane, but the energy and the spirit of that person is always available. So think of that one person. Think about that relationship that you had with that person. Was it a loving relationship? See, that relationship is much easier to remember. It's easier for you to hold on to it because it was love, and you felt that love all the time. But what about that person that you said you didn't care for? What about that person that you made judgments about them? What about that person that your words hurt them? Always remember, we hurt, so we hurt others. Have you shed tears for that? when you judge them? What about the person that's no longer here and they have decided to go away from this earthly place? And you didn't get a chance to say, I forgive you, because I've learned to forgive myself. See that person right now. Remember their service? Remember their going away service? You shed so many tears, though. But were they the tears of forgiving yourself because of the way you treated them? This is the moment to release, because your tears, God gave them to you. And if you don't use them, it's like not accepting God's gift. Your tears are valuable. God would not have given those tears to you if they were not of value. Are you using them? This is the place. This is a safe place to release those tears. I'm not talking about the tears of joy. I'm talking about the tears when you felt sad. I'm talking about those tears when you felt by yourself and there was no one there to hold you. When you felt that you were all alone. Where are those tears? God gave them to you to help you to release. Let it go. Think about this. Where is mommy right now? Can you go ring the bell? Can you knock on her door? Can you pick up the phone and call mommy right now? What about daddy? Can you contact daddy right now? Where are the tears when you're not able to contact them? They are your loved ones. You know that partner that you claim was not a good partner? But what lessons did you learn from that partner that's allowing you to walk through this journey of life? Are you still holding? Where's the tears to release that? Then I want you to go deeper. Take that deep dive right now. When have you let tears go for yourself? If you have not, then don't expect that you can do it in reference to anything else. God gave you your tears to help you to release. Do you have some tears for the self? When you said something negative about yourself? Because whenever you speak negative about yourself, you're speaking about God. Because God created you perfect, whole, and complete. Take a breath. That's a gift, and you continue to accept it. continue to put things in your spiritual toolbox that will allow you to get through this journey of life, where you're able to release things that do not serve you today. Do that forgiveness work. Don't hesitate to cry. We have used so much energy in holding back. When I ask for you to release the tears, I'm not saying have a pity party. No, your tears are strength. It's your strength, because God put them there for a purpose. So take a nice deep breath and remember your tears were a gift from the Creator. Take another breath and release. Take another breath and release. And always remember that you are loved, and lovable. And the other gift that God has given you is to take a moment to smile, take a moment to giggle, and take a moment to have a belly laugh, because that's God's gift to you. Because today is the first day of your life. And so it is.
And as we acknowledge this now moment, we acknowledge the unconditional love that is Spirit, the all-powerful power that is Spirit, the unceasing flow of abundance that is Spirit, the quiet gentleness of peace that is Spirit, the all possibility, the infinite possibility of Spirit. And all of it, all of God, all of Spirit is right here, right now, in this place, in each and every one of us. In this now moment. For everything before this moment is but a memory. And everything we think of as the future is being created right now. And so I know that God, in all of its immense power, ever-loving love, surrounds each and every one of us, connects us here, in this place, in the ether, across the country and around the world. There's never, ever, ever, ever any separation. And all that we feel and know is the life and love of God. It lives and breathes and has its being in us. And so I know without hesitation that this service is full of God, for it is an expression of the Most High, that our musicians bring all of themselves and their gifts just for us. That Reverend Twana allows Spirit to move around her, through her, express as her, with clarity, with passion, with conviction, and with love. And that every practitioner and everyone here knows God, for there is nothing else to know. For it is in every thought, every idea, every action, it guides and directs us. We are never, ever alone. No matter what we're feeling, no matter what we're seeing, no matter what we're being, we are always expressing God. I am so grateful to be able to speak these words, to know this truth, to know this teaching, and to know that this now moment is pregnant with possibility. That all that I desire, that each of us desires, is possible right here, right now. And I place these words into the creative mind of God, into that place where they are always filled with God stuff, that they are laughing and dancing and moving onto this material plane, this very now moment. I let them go, I let them be, and together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Jerry, for that wonderful treatment, affirmative prayer, and thank you, Callista, for leading us in our meditation this morning. So, it's at this time that I would like to call our attention, or call your attention, and have you join with me as we move into just getting focused on our vision and our mission, getting clear about why we are here and what we are doing. You can find our vision to the right side of me, or if you have downloaded the QR code, you can find our mission, our vision and our mission there as well. Our vision, a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission, the center of peace, is a loving, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now I'd like to invite you to stand and join me in the singing of our congregational song, I'm One, a song written by our retired licensed professional practitioner, Bayless Webb. You can find the lyrics to the song if you've downloaded the QR code. There may be some sheets going around with the lyrics on there if you need it. You can just raise your hand and one of our greeters will make sure that you have the lyrics. I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. It's perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, it rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me. God's life is my life, I know. And while we're still standing in this vein of knowing that God's life is our life, let us just glance around the room, let your eyes settle gently on someone and welcome them this morning. Acknowledge their humanity and affirm and know that they are loved and welcome here at the Center of Peace. Yes, you may be seated. So let me just take this opportunity to welcome you all again this morning to the Center of Peace. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome here at the Center of Peace. And if this is your first time here with us, celebrating love and celebrating life on a Sunday morning, we love to be able to welcome you into our heart space. If you would stand so that we might welcome you. If you'd like to, if you're comfortable with standing or not, it's okay. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, then turn to someone just wherever your glance lands and extend your arms and allow love to flow through as we say to each other, welcome to the Center of Peace. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so delighted that you are here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, so I think we are ready for announcements. So I'm going to call your board president forward and call your vice president forward to do the announcements. Allende?
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, these are the announcements. Children and Youth Care Circle, they, starting in August, or for the month of August, they will be on break. So there will be no services offered for children and youth during that time. So we'll see you in September. We have a TCP directory. Last week, we sent an email out of a TCP directory that has all the Care Circle information, so you know how to get involved and know who to contact. It will go out sometime this week, so stay tuned. And next, we're still creating community beyond the walls, the four walls. Our monthly beach day is still going on. The last one was a success. We had a ball, right? And the next one is August the 23rd. So stay tuned, August 23rd. If you want more information about it, there's a flyer over there. Susan's holding it up right now. You can scan the QR code to get some details there. You can also be on the lookout for other emails throughout the week, or you can send an email to info@thecenterofpeace.org, or come see me after service. Next, parking. So parking is available at the community center next door, this way. The gate is open between 9:30 and 1:30. Anytime after that, you will require a token to get out. Now, a token to get out, and you will have to go inside and let them know that you're from the Center of Peace, and they'll give you a token to come on out. Lastly, practitioners are available for service. Available after service for prayer and for meditation throughout the week. If you want more information, or if you want to reach out to a practitioner, you can go to our website, www.thecenterofpeace.org, or send an email directly to practitioners@thecenterofpeace.org. And I'm complete. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, family. Good morning.
Well, how's everybody feeling this morning? Well, I brought I'm trying to get hooked up here. So used to playing Shaker Ed. I said, I don't think I'll play Shaker Ed today. I play with my first baby, my bass. Oh, well, we have Jan Jeffries on drums. I know you usually see her on, yes, I saw that, on the djembe. And we have a wonderful friend, Will. We used to play together at the CCL church in Jersey. And he called and he says, I miss you, Miss Marcy. I miss you, Jan. I would like to play. How about a hand for Will Cates? You know what I do. Raise your hands up high. Raise them up, raise them up, raise them up. Say, I thank you for this day. Oh, I'm so grateful for this day. Take a deep breath in. Put your hand over your heart. Love starts with you first. Say, I am love. I am peace. And I am so grateful. I am light. And for this, I'm so grateful. And so it is. The song I'm going to do is My Soul is Welcome Here by, Karen Drucker. You all know that song? Who knows it? Well, I need some help because I don't have Kamara here and Janet them here to help me, so y'all going to have to help me. Can I hear you say yes? Yes. Okay. Y'all want to stand up? Come on. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just what I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Come on, a little bit, Will. I love myself so much. Come on. I love you so much. That you can love you so much. Then you can start loving me. Love myself so much. That I can love you so much. That you can love you so much. Then you can start loving me. One more time, I said I love myself so much that I can love you so much, that you can love you so much, that you can start loving me. One more time, I said I love myself so much that I can love, that you can love you so much, and you can start loving me.
Good morning. Would you please stand and say the affirmation with me? I choose to allow my mind to be fully present every moment of my day. My mind to be fully present every moment of my day. When I am fully present, I notice fine details and the smallest changes. I am aware, attentive, and inquisitive about all that is occurring around me, in me, and through me. And so it is. Blessings. Okay, the reading is from Living the Science of Mind, page 118 to 119, paragraphs 1, 3, 4, 6, 9, and 10. The mind that is within you. The mind which you use is the mind which you use is the mind which I use. It is the mind that everyone uses. It is the mind of God, and because the mind of God is a complete unity, it is omnipresent. Therefore, the mind which you use and which is your mind now is the God mind in you. This mind is in all people, envelops all, and is at the center of everything. This is why it is that when you know the truth at the center of your own being, you know it within the only mind there is. Since the mind within you is the mind of God, and since the mind of God has been in all people, it follows that the intelligence within you understands what the great of the earth have been talking about. You already have within you an understanding, a comprehending mind. The mind of God has no problems, no difficulties, and is never confused. When you know that the mind within you is God and cannot be confused, then your intellect becomes clarified. This mind, which is God, permeates every atom of your being. It is the governing principle in every organ of your body. It is the principle of perfection within you. Your thought is the activity of this principle. The principle is perfect, complete, and limitless. But your thought circumscribes its action and causes the very mind of freedom to create conditions which you call bondage. The divine and infinite mind, always desiring self-expression through you, is an insistent urge compelling you to move forward. The mind in you is also in all people. When you recognize other people, it is this mind knowing itself in them. This mind within you is timeless, yet it creates all periods of time. It is the intelligence back of every action. Whether you call such action good, bad, or indifferent, it is always creating form, but it is never limited to any particular form. It is in your every act, but is also more than any or all of your actions. Even though you appear to be bound, the mind within you is perfectly free. Since the mind within you is the mind of God, and since the mind of God not only created everything that has ever existed, but will create everything that is ever going to be, you already have within you the ability to project new ideas, new thoughts, and new inventions. Therefore, whatsoever ideas you desire, when you pray, when you listen to this inner mind, know that you are going to receive these ideas, for you are dealing with that mind, which is the conceiver of all ideas. And so it is. Both were submitted by yours truly. Thank you.
sure it's quiet in here.
What did you say?
I know you're gonna get us standing up, so we just wait patiently.
I'm trying to get hooked up. I think it's steady.
Okay. The next song, I'm sure you all familiar with, I Feel the Spirit. You all know that? Somebody's shaking your head. You know, I was told not to shake your head. You're supposed to say yes or no. Jerry said, just play. Okay. I feel the healing going on. Y'all feel the healing going on? I feel the Spirit moving in me. I feel the Spirit moving in me. Can y'all see it? I feel the Spirit moving. I'm trying to feel the Spirit. Feel the Spirit. I'm trying to remember the song too. I feel the Spirit moving in me. 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 I feel the joy. I feel the joy moving in me. I feel the joy moving in me. Feel the joy. I feel the joy moving in me. I feel the joy moving in me. I feel the peace. I feel the peace moving in me. I feel the peace moving in me. I feel the peace moving in me. I feel the peace moving. The love. I feel the love moving in me. I feel the love moving in me. I feel the love. I feel the love moving in me. I feel the love moving in me. You feel the presence. I feel the presence moving in me. Can you feel it? Woo! I hear y'all. I love it. Do you feel the vision? Feel the vision moving in me. I feel the vision moving in me. Do you feel the vision? Feel the vision. Say the light. I feel the light moving in me. I feel the light moving in me. Let's give Jerry Jeffrey some. Hey! Y'all get on up. I know y'all heard the song, but I'm changing the words to the song. How, can you say light, the light? Do, the light. Do, the light. Say I am light. I am peace. Light all around me. Check it out. I'm a sweet, sweet light, and I don't do nothing straight. Oh, people walking around with their heads on that phone, y'all. You gotta get into the light. The light, can y'all say light? Do, get right. Do, come on. The light. Do, get right. Come on, y'all. The light. Do, get right. so good. We're getting ready for Reverend T. She's going to give us some good words. Say, I am light. I am light all around me. I put love before me. I put love behind me. I put love to the right of me. I put love to the left of me. I put love above me. I put love below me. I am alive. Hey, hey, yeah. Thank you, Jan Jeffries, Will Cates. Yours truly. They call me Miss Ladyfingers. I'm back in the day, and we get ready to celebrate my 80th birthday party. So y'all got to come, because it's going to be real funky. And it's going to be nothing but love and light. Say light. Thank you.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, can we give Marcy and Jan and Will another round of applause? Yes. That was wonderful. Where is it? When the hallelujah. All up in the church. Somebody said, turn the air up. That was wonderful. Thank you. All right. So we're here talking about releasing, letting go, living in joy. And our theme for the month, thanks to your licensed professional practitioner, Zuma Gonzalez, is Now is New. And as always, I have a few spiritual principles that I'd like to share with you to help get us anchored and prepared for a deeper experience of all that has happened thus far and the message for us all today. I'm reading from what is titled What We Believe. If you'd like to have a copy of this, you can do a search for that online, or if you receive our Constant Contact, our email that goes out weekly, there is a link that'll take you to the exact thing that I have. This is a little bit more language than what you'll find if you just do a search for Ernest Holmes and What We Believe. I'm reading today spiritual principle number 1, and it states, we believe in God, the living spirit, almighty one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation, and yet it is not absorbed by its creation. Spiritual principle number 2, we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. The individualization of the Spirit, of the essence of love in us, and that all people are individualizations of this love. Spiritual principle number 7, we believe in a direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. And finally, spiritual principle number 10, we believe in the eternal goodness and the eternal loving kindness. We believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life to all. So, 27 years ago, I can't believe it, when I first walked through the doors of some place, which was a center just like this. It was affiliated at that time with United Centers for Religious Science.
that is now known as Centers for Spiritual Living, which we are a part of. It's a big organization. But the first time I walked through the doors, what really attracted me to the place, back then when I was in my 20s, was that there was no pomp and circumstance. People didn't care, or they didn't seem to care much about what car you drove. And many of us who are in here were there. But people didn't seem to care about what car you drove, what clothes you wore, whether or not you was dressed up. I still don't like dressing up. So that was really, that was a real plus for me. They didn't care about the clothes you had on. They didn't care about the commas behind your name. They didn't care about the money that was in your bank. What was obvious to me is that they didn't care what you came with. What mattered was what you left with. And that's still true. What matters is what you leave with, not what you bring through the doors with you or how you got here, but what you take with you. And this is true for any denomination, any religious affiliation. It doesn't matter what you take there, it's what you take with you when you leave, not what you show up, but what you take with you when you leave. And so in order to leave with something, though, you've got to be open. You can't be closed. You can't receive the full awareness of a power and a presence that's never in absence if you're closed. You can't receive love if you are closed. You got to be open. And if you come in and you can't be open, you at least got to be willing to set aside your closed mind and your closed heart. At the very least, you got to be willing to set it down for a moment. You can pick it up at the door when you leave, but soon there'll come a time where you will no longer desire to even pick it up when you leave. If you are close to that which is eternal, the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of life, you will, this thing that is eternal will forever be elusive to you. You will always believe that you don't have what you need. You'll always say that what you desire can never be if you're closed. This made me think that in addition to saying, you good, we should really say to each other, you open? Matter of fact, I think we should just practice right now. So, here's what I'd like you to do. Allow your eyes to settle somewhere with somebody you don't know so well. You don't know them so well. And say, you good? You open? Okay. Now, allow your eyes to settle somewhere on somebody you know very, very, very well. And say, you good? You open? And you okay? You open? Calista? I'm saying this because these simple affirmations that we've been talking about all year long. God is all that there is. Love is all that there is. These simple affirmations that have broad implications, as we said last week, I'm just aware that you got to be open to them. Yes. You can't understand the implications of them in your life if you're closed down to them. My faith is strong. You got to be open to it. I am aware of a presence that is never in absence. You got to be open to it. Now is new. You got to be open to it. Because these affirmations, although they are simple, they can change your life. And not only can they change your life, they will change your life if you are open. But it takes time to assimilate these ideas. It takes time for us to understand the full implications of these ideas in our life. It takes time for you to gather your old thought about now is new, or that God is all, and bump it up against the new idea that God is all, and then everything in between that. You got to be patient with yourself. You got to be patient with the process. You got to be committed. You got to be willing to ask questions. You got to show up so that people can ask you, are you open? You can't go and live on the mountaintop and think that your life is going to change. You got to be in it. We got to show up for each other. It takes time for truth, that which has no opposites. There's nothing unlike the truth, and there's nothing opposed to the truth. It takes time for truth to become my truth. It takes time for this truth to become your truth. And in this teaching, you have to find out for yourself. You got to find out for yourself what it means that now is new. You got to find out for yourself what it means that all is available to me. The thing that I love about this teaching is it said, don't take my word for it. Go find out for yourself. It's a science. The proof is there. You'll find it. An ever-available power in the presence of love. Oh, that is so magnificent. Change you from the inside out. Ernest Holmes, in the book, Living the Science of Mind, he says this, in the reading titled, hold on a second, some people like this stuff, Science, Superstition, and Common Sense. He says, common sense and science must be applied to religious and spiritual things as to everything else. For we can no longer monotonously repeat, thus saith the Lord, because of certain proclamations of some of the early prophets. We must analyze their statements to see whether they are speaking from divine patterns or from the inertia of human thought patterns which they had unconsciously inherited. True religion, true science, and true common sense should go hand in hand, together with that subtle something which is the essence of feeling, that which is beyond words. And here it is. It's not easy. In a world of confusion, superstition, and unbelief, to maintain an independent position in one's own thought, a position based on plain common sense. That Jesus said, that Jesus had, that life cannot produce death, that the universe holds nothing against us, and that the gift of heaven is eternally made, but still must be received. Common sense and science, it's got to go together. You can't separate the two. Nothing is simply true, the reading said, just because someone proclaims it to be true. Not just because I said it, not just because the practitioner said it, not just because Ernest Holmes said it, not just because the prophet said it, not just because the Egyptians said it, but because it's true for you. That's the game. Either play it, be open, or be honest with yourself and be closed and say, I'm closed. That's the game. Because once you perceive the truth to be true, it becomes the truth to you. And now you become available to this truth. And this truth becomes available to you. So you got to do more than take these simple affirmations and check in to see, is it true? You got to get clear that it's true for you. And this is not always easy to do. This that we are talking about, we call this changed thinking. Changed
thinking. It's not always easy because when you change your thinking, people will notice. People will notice that you change your thinking, and people will make assumptions, and it'll go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But change thinking is letting go. Change thinking is setting aside our closed heart and our closed mind momentarily for something new. And while that's happening, you've got to get comfortable with the change that's happening inside of you. You got to get comfortable with the change that's happening inside of you. And it's only uncomfortable to others because they're unaware that they can change too. It's only uncomfortable to others because they have decided that they are not going to change. And that's okay. There's no need for judgment in that. But this teaching, however, is not just about changing your thinking. You also have to change your mind. You also have to change the way you behave. And you also have to change your actions. You should tell your neighbor, changing your thinking is not enough. Changing your mind is not enough. Changing your behavior is not enough. And changing your actions is not enough. You got to change it all. It's a lot. You can't change your thinking and not change your behavior. And you can't change your mind and not change your actions. You got to be checking in with yourself to see if you have changed. Kutia offered up these quotes this week. It says, the first quote by Sarah Ban Brefna says, a fresh start, a new chapter in life waiting to be written, new questions to be asked, embraced, and loved, answers to be discovered and then lived in this transformative year of delight and self-discovery. And Meiser Eckhart says, be willing to be a beginner every single morning. Be willing to be a beginner every single morning. And Dr. Daniel Lee Morgan, who was one of the ministers in United Centers for Religious Science back in the 60s, I believe, or some long time ago, he has a book called Guidance for a Spiritual Journey. And in it, he says, it is well to think well, and it is divine to act. It is well to think well, and it is divine to act. Last week, we were reminded that life, God's desire, is for us to have all. Whatever you need to be able to let go of anything that gets in the way of you experiencing joy. To have all that causes you to live in joy. I can remember thinking about this idea that God is all. It seemed like to me day in and day out. I woke up thinking about this. When I went to the track to go walking, I thought about it. When I was in my car driving to work, I was thinking about it. When I got home and got in the shower and was ready to go to bed, I was thinking about it. Wait, God is all? The universe wants us to have all. Its vow is to have and to use, not to have and to hold. You got to use it. We said this last week. The love that you desire, you've got to use it. The peace of mind that you desire, you've got to use it. The patience that you're desiring from another, you've got to use it. And that means you're going to have to change. You know, I try to keep it real. Listen, if you've been here for 20 years and you ain't changed, your actions ain't changed, your behaviors ain't changed, that's a problem. It's a real problem. You've been here for 10 years and you still thinking the same thing,
That's a big problem. I ain't talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself. It's a problem if your actions ain't changed. Let us consider then that perhaps one of the greatest fears is that we won't change. And that's why the teaching is so difficult for some of us. We have not yet accepted that we can change and that things can change. We have not yet accepted that others can change. And the greatest thing that we can do for each other every time we're together, in person, in class, on the street, in meditation, when you come to my mind, is to remind each other that you've changed. Matter of fact, you should let your neighbor know you've changed. You've changed. You're not the same. I'm not the same. I'm not the same. It's hard to accept sometimes that we have changed. It's hard to believe even that we have changed. And it's easy to forget that we've changed. You know, on Sunday, my brother, he sent me a text, a picture, and he said, look what happened to your mom. Look what happened to your mom's car. And so right away, I knew what he was doing. He wanted me to call him, so I went ahead and called him. I was like, what? So then right away, almost instantly, we went into a conversation about her that, quite frankly, if I'm checking my behavior and my action, I wouldn't have had that conversation in front of her. It's real. You can't just change your thinking. You can't just change your mind. You can't just change your behavior. You got to change your actions. At the end of the day, she just needed some help. I can help her. I want to help her. I didn't have to do all that. In fact, if I'm going to do all that, I don't need to do it. I need to get to a place where I'm grounded and centered in love, in the ever-presence of love Almighty, in God Almighty. It's easy to forget that I'm changed. And I need you to remind me, you've changed. And I'll remind you, you've changed. We're not the same. This got me thinking about the Lord's Prayer and some of the lines in it. It says, lead us not into temptation. And it probably should say, lead me not into temptation. Don't let me be tempted, because my behavior might change. Or tempt me so that my behavior can change. Lead us not into temptation. Let me be aware so I can righteously choose to behave in a way that is pleasing to me. Let me see so I can act in a way that is good and pleasing, that serves not only me, but serves you. You got to be honest with yourself. If you really want to let some ish go, if you really want to live in joy, this is the work. Play the game or don't play. These are the rules. Deliver us from evil. It should say, deliver me from evil. Not a perceived evil outside of myself, but deliver me from the perceived evil that's within myself. Deliver me from the evil thoughts that I might be having about myself. Deliver me from the evil thoughts that I might be having about another. Deliver me from the evil thoughts that I might be thinking that things can't change. Deliver me from the evil thoughts that I might be thinking that love is not possible. Deliver me, deliver me, deliver me, deliver me. Lead me not into temptation. Don't let me be tempted to act a fool. Don't let me be tempted to behave in a way that's not pleasing to me. Deliver me from the thoughts that take hold of me, the thoughts that I will not change, that things will never change. Deliver me from evil,
from the thoughts, the behaviors, and the actions that get in the way of embracing of what is available to us now. Now is new, and everything is available. I leave you with these questions. If now is new and all is available to you, are you closed or are you open? If you're open, what in your thinking has to change? If you're open, what do you need to change your mind about? If you are open, what behavior do you need to change? If you are open, what action do you need to take now? Not tomorrow, now, to live in joy. That's all I got. Practitioners, come and join me as we further anchor the word for today. All that has been sung, all that has been spoken, as we allow ourselves to open up to the divine power and presence of God, Almighty God, all joy, God, all Lord, all joy, be uninhibited, be available to it all, and it's all is right here and right now. Let us become so aware. Let us be so aware of it. Let it fill us. Let it fill this atmosphere. Let us come to know and recognize truly that we are ever one with God. We are ever one with life and all that life is, and that it all is available to us now. Forever unified with it, filling us when we are awake and filling us when we are asleep, filling us when we are aware of it and filling me when I am unaware of it. Love is. As we come to know this, let us affirm and know then today that there is nothing greater than love. That the temptation for something other than love is now simply released from my mind, from my body, from my soul, and my spirit. Any evil thoughts, any old thoughts that I might be thinking now is released and let go into the nothingness from whence it came. Let us be so aware of the truth that is so have revealed itself in such a way that we affirm and know that I know that I know that I know God is. That our thoughts and our words, our deeds, our actions, our behavior may become so righteous in this moment and in every moment, that each of us becomes so changed from the inside out that we are creating a new world right here and right now, creating a new world within ourselves, creating a new world with those that we love, creating a new world in this community, creating a new world in this world. Oh, let it be. Deliver me from anything and everything that gets in the way of me being so loving to those that I love. Deliver me from anything that gets in the way of me thinking negative thoughts about anything and everything. Deliver me from thinking that my needs will not be met. Fill it up in me so that I may affirm and know boldly that all my needs are met and all your needs are met. Love is on the scene. God is present and available. A way can be made out of no way. I am healed. I am whole. I am perfect. I am complete. Let us affirm this all the days so that they may hear it over the hills, so that the birds might fly higher and the sun might shine brighter. Let us affirm it and claim it to be so and give thanks for it in such a way that we are filled with gratitude in the essence of these words already being made manifest in our life now. We're not going out wishing that it would be. We're going out knowing it to be so. We accept it in this place, in this space, in this way, with a joyous heart, saying yes to love and yes to life, yes to being changed, yes to knowing I am changed, yes to changing my thinking, yes to changing my mind, yes to changing my behaviors, yes to changing my actions, yes to changing my thinking, yes to changing my mind, yes to changing my behaviors, yes, I'm changing my actions. If you want to know if I've changed, I've changed. You ain't got to ask nobody. Yes, I'm committed to changing my thinking. I'm committed to changing my mind. I'm committed to changing my behaviors. I'm committed to changing my actions. I'm committed to changing my thinking. I'm committed to changing my mind. I'm committed to changing my behaviors. I'm committed to changing my actions. I'm committed to love. I'm committed to forgive. I'm committed to rejoice. I'm committed to give thanks. I'm committed to affirm and declare healing and wholeness. I'm committed. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. Let us all be so moved just to take the words in. Let it fill us, let it envelop us. Let us put it on. Let us be changed. What matters is what we take with us. Take it with you. Whatever is true for you, take it with you. Be with it. Let us accept now then that the word is already being made manifest now. Right. Yes. We accept it. And let us all come together in agreement then by saying, and so it is.
When a sunset takes your breath away, or a gentle whisper tells you everything's okay, when you look into a baby's eyes, or simply feel that knowing from somewhere deep inside, that's what I call God. God, like sunshine and the rain, and all before that came, that's what I call God. God, known by many names, but felt to all the same. That's what I call God. When I see the mountains bursting with new life, and catch a glimpse of heaven in someone else's eyes, and find my life is bigger than my dreams, and how the love surrounds me with everything I need, that's what I call God. God, like sunshine and the rain, and all before that came, that's what I call God. God, known by many names, but felt to all the same, that's what I call God. Oh, there's something truer than my wisdom, more loving than my heart, more than my spirit. Oh, burns in me, something braver than my courage. and all before that came. That's what I call God.
And so it is. My mic is off. The lob is off. All right. So we are ready then to move forward in our service. At time we come together to give to the Center of Peace, to share. I want to call the ushers forward and invite you all to take a moment to turn within with me as we move into prayer. And simply allow our awareness to settle into that which is inexhaustible. The eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the givingness of life to all. Let us know in this moment that when we come together to give to the Center of Peace, that it is from this place, the inexhaustible, that which is eternal, forever giving of itself. Where truly what we give, when we give, we get more back. It's true. Let us come then today, just moving into prayer, giving thanks for every cent that we received this morning, where I know truly it moves us forward and create an even more safer place and an even more sacred space for anybody and everybody who's ready to be open. To anybody and everybody who's not just ready to be open, but is ready to remain open and available to the divine power and presence of God, open and available to love itself, letting it in and filling us up. I know then that just as we are blessed by every cent that we receive, that the giver too is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. I do give thanks. And so it is.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Selah, 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 for all that is. Ashe, 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 Ashe,
so it is. All right. Yeah, so we are ready then for our closing song, our release. I want to invite you all to stand and join us as the choir comes forward. Those who are here, I think there's a few of you here. I want to remind you that our licensed professional practitioners, many of them have on their beautiful purple stoles. They are available for prayer after service, to pray with you, for you, and knowing the truth about you and for you. All right. You can find the lyrics to our closing song, Our Release. If you download the QR code, the lyrics are there. There are also some sheets going around with the lyrics to the song. All right, as people get in their place.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand. And I can say, if you're discouraged, wanting just to make it another day, you have got to let it go, let it all go. And this is what you have to say, everybody. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. No more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free. I am free in the Spirit. I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife, and no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for God. Yes, I'm only here for
Yes, so as we journey on throughout our week and we pray the prayer, lead me not into temptation, but deliver me from evil. Let us be so bold to affirm and know that now is new and I am changed. And so it is.
want to say hi. You are so beautiful. I love it. I'll be back to talk. Skip tight. No, the light. I'm like, no. I didn't know you. It was like around 8 o'clock baby. Yeah, that's my first baby. Yeah, I had the first one. And she's the drummer.
You got it.
No jam. That's my first. I had an all-girls band. I can see that. Thank you.
Let me walk
You got it.
the river of
Put your
where
ass.
the current runs deep, baptized in the one where there's no separation and the light is always seen, honoring all our differences, and love will set us free. Whoa, whoa, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. Yeah, Mother, Father, God, there's a healing going on. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I said, oh, you rock my soul. I see the blessings of the past.
I did.
It's time to re-qualify.
I saw her.
Let's not forget, but learn to forgive. God knows we gotta try. It's my responsibility to heal the wounds in me. Compassion, faith, and hope, and love, and truth will set us free. Oh, oh, Mother, Father.